Hey guys, Void of Dust Gaming here, your channel for Arena of Valor content. And today we're gonna talk about Elandorr, who is one of the latest AD carries, and he hasn't seen that much playtime on this channel, so I just wanted to give him a new feature because the whole meta has changed. We've got the new mage items and everything is quite different than it was before the latest update, which has been around for about 4 weeks or something. So I just wanted to have another glimpse on Elandorr to see how good he is in the current meta and where to position him. And I think he is really mobile. He's got loads of damage, and after this video you might think different of him, or you might still think that he is a rather good AD carry, depends on what you play otherwise. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's the chance to get all the notification and you will see whenever I'm gonna upload a video. Today I'm a little bit late, but nonetheless every 2 days you will see a video on this channel, and if you like the video, please let me know and hit that like button as much as possible. And yeah, we're gonna talk about the build in brief, and then afterwards I've got some beautiful gameplay for you guys. See ya! Alright, so this is the pretty decent standard Elandorr build. Many players use it as it has a nice balance between attack speed with some critical damage, and you also have some armor pierce with the Muramasa in it. It's pretty standard, nothing that should surprise you. So I would say let's talk about the arcana here. I'm going with my usual crit build as I'm playing him on crit. I've got Atrocity, I've got Gorilla, and I've got Skewer. As much attack speed as possible, as well as some movement speed. And I am talking about the enchantments now, because this is different to the meta before. The Endless Cycle core enchantment has seen a big uprising, as well as the Afata enchantment Forest Wanderer. So many players play their AD carries right now, which is for one good reason. The AD carry is always, or most of the time, one of the best wave clearers in your team. And he is supposed to be the main damage dealer as well with the mage. So you've got the tanks in front, you've got the warriors from the sides and the assassins, and you've got the AD carries who should basically shred through the enemy front line to go into the back line. And therefore you want them to be present in the most important moments, and therefore you can press Endless Cycle and then you're back on the battlefield. That's the reason why you use it. And the rest of the build is a pretty standard tweaked Veda build. So to make it work for the Endless Cycle, you've got the here you've got the Reaper's Blessing, you've got the Gunslinger, you've got the Axe of Sacrifice, and you have the Holy Verdict, which means you're gonna dish out a lot of damage. And you've got a preventing mechanism, which is the Reaper's Blessing, because it is preventing your first death of happening. And then you can use the Endless Cycle in the late game. You don't want to use it as at the beginning. You want to use this every single time where you are actually a lot longer out of the game. That said, 45 seconds, 60 seconds, something like that. That's when you want to press it. That's the build. Let's see how I make it work. So guys, here we are in the actual gameplay. You can see me playing with at least 2 of my mates that I usually play on Discord with. If you want to join the Discord server for some Arena of Valor gameplay as well, then click the link in the description below. There's also a link to my Twitch channel where you will find occasional Arena of Valor streams. At the moment I'm playing a lot of Animal Crossing, so it won't happen that often, but I'm still trying to tweak in some games, and there will be something new on the channel as well. I will try to make use of the video capture feature that Twitch offers, and I will show you some live stream gameplays on YouTube that I kind of subbed and dubbed, and I hope you guys like that as well. So here I am with a crashed. Game is gonna take a little bit longer because the coordination, as far as I remember in the game, is a little bit a little bit ahead. I think we had some trouble here. And the most important thing is we are against a Malak here on the solo lane, and he's supposed to be up there on the other lane, but sometimes things are just not working out, and we decide to go up here and change some things. But first blood, there we go. So, speaking of Elandorr has a lot of mobility, as I already said. You have the option to flicker around with his first spell. And what's really cool about him is that you can actually jump back to the position where you started. So, it's kind of Murad-like. But the nice thing is that you will actually have to use it as some kind of teleport. So you can just have some shenanigans. Like, the cool thing is to activate it and then jump back. You can try to trick enemies of flickering somewhere, use it, teleport back and be behind the enemy. You can use it to go into the back line. You can use it to go into the front line. There are plenty of different ways to make this first ability work. And I think that's something that makes him really, really good on the mobility page, as well as having damage output with his 2, where he shoots 2 different, or he starts to shoot 2 shots from his lamp. The lamp is also a butterfly, which is actually quite confusing. I don't know how this technically works, but it's a fantasy game, so I guess we are going with that. And the third spell, or his ultimate, is a damaging spell where you are able to push enemies away, so you can free him up if he is encountered in melee, which is actually a really, really helpful tool. I don't really know if I use it correctly in this kind of game, but as far as I remember, I didn't really use his abilities that much. So that said, you can use that a little bit more, but I've got to be honest with you guys, and let's not let ourselves be tricked here. I don't know, like, I played him a couple of times, not even a handful, I would suppose. So, there we go. That was actually quite bad, and that was quite unnecessary for her to get that tower shot. Pretty risky, because now Crash is with full health and he can get me a shield. So that's actually quite helpful here. There's supposed to be some passive stuff going on with Elandorr, but I don't really know anything about that. There's Aoife or Kina. I think she's Kira in the other, maybe on your server if you're from Indonesia or India. But yeah, she can go through walls, so it should be. I should have been more careful. That was something, I think she was released soonish after this video happened, or this installment. So I'm not entirely sure about how it happened, but there we go. That was easy. And I don't know what she did there, like, and we will just wreck that tower. And we will wreck a... Oh no, we've got a Death Sickle. Thank you. That was a really... for the enemy, that was a really bad part. Because we did not only get a tower, but it will set back the AD carry because he's not able to farm. Or she in this case, because it's telling us. That's the first bummer. The second one is their tank is down, and even more important, we have just got ourselves a Death Sickle, a Reaper's Blessing. So this mechanism is down. There you go. That was the first ability, and as I said, you can use that, and I'm just shenanigan around like like perfectly execute. Like, if I would have known that Elandorr thing a little bit better, I guess this could have been actually quite nice for this kind of video, but I messed it up. I was quite confident in the beginning, and then after I hit the button for the second time, I just felt like I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, I haven't got a clue. So it's a little bit like this Homer Simpson meme where he's got this little monkey in his head and he's just clapping, clapping, clapping. Not that I could do much about this situation. Like, you don't want to have Crixie straight in your face, and you don't want to have nice. He's got some really nice damage. Like, as a jungler, he's good as well because he's got the ganking potential, and what you can do is to jump kind of on the same level from the distance as the enemies are, and you can push them into your lanes and into your front line, which is actually super bad for the enemy. So he's got quite some potential because he can not only move himself, but he can move enemies, and that makes him really pesky, because that's always something that you want to have in these kind of games. Like, if you think of Grok is just so deadly because, I mean, yes, most people play him not on AP scaling, like full AP, but Grok is so beautiful and so deadly because he can just drag enemies into your lines. Like, he changes the pace of the game because he is kind of doing something that not all heroes can do. He's repositioning things, and that makes him really good. Had to take him here, like there wasn't any chance of not killing him. And the Crixie is really and I should have flickered there. I know I should have flickered there, but I wasn't too sure about this. And what I really like about this game, like, while we have just gotten 3 towers and then the enemy has got 2, it's kind of well paced, and that's what makes this game a little bit longer, because they have 2 towers, we've got 3 towers, we've got a 12 versus 10. I don't think that their AD carry did that much yet, but I think the Malak was looking quite good. So they are up on our toes. The difference is not that huge, so it's easy for them to get back into the game without ease. Or with ease, not without ease, with ease, and therefore it was quite a nice game because it was actually going back and forth, and that's always the nicest games, and I should be fucking careful here. I've got my Death Sickle removed long time ago, and I just double killed the shit out of them. So as I said, can't get him, but now with the slow, and that would have been a triple kill if that would have taken a little bit longer, but nonetheless I am back in the game, or not back in, but I'm even backer in the game as I was before. 6 kills, that's really nice for myself. I kind of liked it, and sometimes I just wonder, when my brain is not completely dysfunctional, I wonder how things can turn out actually. So yeah, there we go. And what we always, or what I always try, is to get as many jungle creeps as possible from the enemies. That's always one of my main goals, and if you do that constantly, you will see that it kind of changes levels. Because you are just getting the resource, like the only resource that the jungler has, and like the enemy jungler, and you're going to punish that. Now I've got the bow, and I'm dominating, and I press the bow, and that just means a whole lot dead enemies, and we can even move into the tower range and get that tower. I don't know what happened here, because now things are looking actually quite nice. I got the Muramasa. Like, usually, depending on the team composition, that would not have been like a self-fulfilling prophecy, but as they had Malok as well as our friend Lumbur, I just saw the chance coming for this one because you don't want 2 tanks and not being able to harm them. It's a no-no. That's like the super no-no, and therefore we went with the Muramasa. Like I would, that's not always a staple. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Here I just decided to let my teammate get some farm, and you can tell that they might just do the Abyssal Dragon, and there we go. Like I could have, like I saw it from the movement that the Omen has just detected, and now that's crucial. Like you don't want that to happen, and then I don't know how this happened. There we go. Nice Praetor. And you should not try to fight. You should not try to fight Omen one-on-one. And even worse, you shouldn't fight Omen one-on-one if there's Praetor behind him, able to just spray right into your face. You shouldn't do that. That's actually pretty deadly. I'm not gonna comment that comment. Not gonna do this.
Your team has destroyed a tower.
Oh, she's getting some damage. 1,700 with 2 shots. So it feels a little bit lost at the moment, like we are in minute 13. We have just damaged every single tower that they've got, and every lane is damaged, and the lanes are so nicely damaged that we are actually... Now I've got to be super careful, and I need to work on my positioning, and I think the game play was actually quite, like the positioning from everyone was actually quite bad, and I don't know what's going on here. He tries to get her. But will he? No, she's too fast. Now he's trying to move up using his ult. That's actually quite nice. But then, of course, the problem is, as soon as Crashed is building tanky, he hasn't got any damage, which is kind of like obvious. But that's what happened here. Yeah, run, whatever. Like, they're alive, you. Moro. Well, it doesn't matter. As you can see, the distance between our KDA and their KDA has changed a little bit. But they're closing in. They're closing in. I'm about to finish my last item, which is quite late at minute 15. I've got 9k gold, which I guess is solid. And here I was just like, okay, no, I'm not going in here. He misses his stuff, which is really good. But I'm like super slowed. Everything slows me. And look at that. I think she hit only with 1 shot, like one way, because there the butterfly or this Crixie Pixie, whatever thing is returning. And I'm almost down half of my health. Frightening. Really frightening. So we are on this Abyssal Dragon again. Attack speed is crazy right now. So we kill it. But the crazy thing is, while half of the team is trying to get the Abyssal Dragon, and like I should have pushed here. But I think, yeah, I wanted to help my team because I saw that everyone is closing in to go into the tower range. Pretty decent team fight here. Because what happened? The enemy team wasn't full. There was just the 3 of them, and they were closing in on us, trying to make a move. And we just wrecked 2 of them. And now, of course, we don't have the force to push into the tower, because as you can see, nothing really happened. But this is just, why are they out in the open so much? And the good thing is someone pushed top lane, so we are about to get top lane tower. Not sacrificing myself here for this shit. So if you, like, as you can see, I just opened up the Bow of Slaughter, which means I'm gonna get some health back. And now we've got 2 towers. And as you can see here, 12k gold almost means I'm full build right now. So I've got this nice light, shiny wind effect behind me, which just means every single time I die for the first time, I will be revived and I can get back into the game, which is actually quite important for the AD carry. And right now, after I finish everything, we are doing 2k damage on each hit. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, it is. So, minute 18, pretty long game here. And Eva knows that she can't, like she shouldn't do it, and I'm going in here. Malok does get some damage here. Should have pressed my 2, but I play my Lando pretty much without any abilities. Don't get me wrong, he's even better if you use that, but you can see his potential right here. And that's a nice 10-3, I say. So yeah, the verdict is, I haven't really made that much use of his new kind of build, or the build that most AD carries are running at the moment, if not for the Forest Wanderer enchantment. But I think he's pretty decent, if not above some of the other AD carries, because he has a really nice mobile kit with a lot of really cool abilities that you can make use of. 11-3, really good points for me. Here's the build, and that's the damage scale here. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.